Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Gil. The channel is GB Winging It. On this channel we discuss motorcycle related content, gear, and all things two wheels. In today's video, titled Repair or Replace, I'd like to share with you my ongoing experience with the heated gear that I am currently running. Now, as is customary on the channel, I will name names and I will give credit where credit is due, but the intent is to share my experience and hopefully learn from you in your comments what your experience is, and hopefully we can help each other. So it's mid-November and the temperatures are running in the 30 plus to 50 plus range. As such, I'm running my heated gear, heated jacket, heated gloves, and in the beginning of the season, or I should say in late September when temperatures drop, I test my gear and the gear was fine. Now about 2 weeks ago, I had my heated jacket plugged in and she just went out on me. It just stopped working. So I tried a few things. I sent it out to a company by the name of Heat for You, and they were really great. They went into the jacket. They told me that the connections to the sleeves was frayed and the wiring, the OEM wiring, the original wiring from hot wired, was failing, and they replaced the wires with a new beefier harness. I get the jacket back and it works for about 2 weeks, and then I get a surprise one morning commuting in 30 plus degree temperatures. I'm freezing my tail off and I realize I'm getting no power to the jacket. So instead of calling them up and sending it back, I went into the jacket and found that the rubber sleeve that was protecting a connection that they had made had pulled back and exposed the wires, and they touched other wires that were exposed, and it shorted out my fuse or the jacket. So that one's on me. I do recall pulling at the wire because the wire that was replaced, the plug that was replaced, was shorter than my other plug, and I pulled at it before plugging it into the SAE connection or the battery lead. So that one was on me. I went into the jacket, did a repair with some electrical tape, pulled the sleeve back over it, secured it with more tape, and on my way I went. The jacket then worked for about another week or so, and then she stopped working. I then went back into the jacket and discovered that my connections were still good. Went into the fuse line and saw that the fuse had blown. Now I should have noticed that the fuse had blown because I plug in and keep my bike on the tender in the cold months, and the tender was flashing, charging, but never went to storage. So there was an indication right there that power was not going to the battery or recharging. So I don't like to take chances because you guys know I commute all year long here in the Northeast in the New York City area, and it gets cold. I'm on a semi-naked bike, an adventure style bike. I say semi-naked because it doesn't have the full coverage of something like a Goldwing or an Electra Glide. So to me it's semi-naked. I do enjoy this 7.9 gallon wide tank that provides great coverage for my lower extremities, but up here you need the heat. You need to be plugged in, and I enjoy the heated gear. for those reasons. So back to the story. So I blew a fuse, and I'm saying to myself, what's going on here? I checked the wiring downstairs, and that seemed to be good. Popped in another fuse, went on my way, and pop, the same thing happens. I can't afford to take chances. I ordered another hot wired jacket. Now the one that I was repairing myself was out of warranty for 2 years, and that one was a replacement on a jacket that I had for only a year. So here I am into my third hot wire jacket in the past 5 years, which is really a shocker. And guys, I'd like for you to share your experiences with me. How often do you repair or replace your heated gear? What's your experience? So here I am with my new jacket that I ordered and a new fuse that I put in yesterday, and it appears to be working. Everything's working. The jacket's on, the gloves are on. I'm nice and toasty. So I thought that I'd come to YouTube land and ask you guys the question: do you replace or do you repair your heated gear? If you see it's acting kind of wonky, do you send it out to somebody like Heat For You? And the owner's name there is John. I will leave a link in the description below. The guy was incredibly helpful. He got me my jacket, he replaced the wires, and it worked. And I believe it was my fault. I believe that I pulled on that wire. I know I pulled on the wire. I pulled on the wire to get some extra length to plug in to my lead. And that's probably where it got dislodged and wires started touching wires and things started shorting out. So I take full responsibility there. So that's where I'm at now, and I want to know, what was your experience? Maybe this video will help somebody, because I have to tell you, I would have just bit the bullet and purchased the new jacket the first time it started acting wonky when it was out of warranty. Had I known that I would have gone through what I went through the past month with having heat, thinking I had heat, blowing the fuse, getting on the bike, it's freezing, I'm cold, and I'm plugged into nothing. I love motorcycling and all that she offers. And she offers all of this. She offers exposure to the elements. I learned a valuable lesson. Always have a backup. Always have some glove liners. Always have an extra layer in your cases or in your knapsack or your backpack if you carry one. Because being cold and uncomfortable, it ain't no fun. Having heat, that's where it's at. I'm up and running, and it feels good. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, you're watching the channel, you enjoy the video, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. We get right to the point here, and we help each other.